Yeah.
Hello, my name is Harry Tambuatco. We're back now. During the break, we were already discussing the many issues that is confronting us because the election's in 6 days. Again, we have Eric Manalang to the extreme left. We have Albert Alba in the middle, and we have Lito David right here with us. The famous or infamous Lito David. I always like to bring that up. Who would want to go first? How do we analyze the presidential election and where we are today, considering it's 6 days to go?
Yes.
Alam mo, just this morning, meron kalokohan na naman. I mean, may action na naman. May 200 million ka ba? Hindi, meron ako 199 lang. O, di ba? Marami ka bang bahay? Hindi. Isa lang yung tinitirahan ko. This is a good question. I mean, so, what is the truth, what is not? Ako, I was surprised, sabi ni Marojas. Statistically, tayo na kami sa number 1. How did that happen when in the whole 6 months, you never even went up below number 4? Di ba? Where are we now, Eric? Ikaw, anong base mo sa nangyayari?
Well,
Taka sino dapat iboto natin? Buti ba dumiretso na tayo muna doon? Sa 5, sino dapat iboboto natin?
sapagkat ako isang pro-lifer, dun sa 5, iisa lang talaga ang tunay na hindi lang nagdeklara,
Jojo Marbinay na yan.
Jojo Marbinay.
Jojo Marbinay.
Okay,
Pareho pala tayo. Kasi ako, in-endorso ko na yan 3 months ago. So, sige.
ngayon, kung 5 silang pro-lifer, we will just keep quiet because our major agenda is
Tama
pro-life,
na
di
naman.
ba? Okay, so kasi batuhan lang naman yan ng batuhan.
Binato sa kanya, magnanakaw daw siya.
Oo, maraming
Ngayon, si Duterte na rin, magnanakaw. Si Mar lang ang hindi. Ang ayos ang MRT, di ba? Ang galing ng airport. Ang problema lang, bibili ka lang ng cellophane para doble ang empake mo, di ba? Mga airports natin, ang gagaling lahat, di ba? But, so, why B9? Simply because he's a pro-lifer.
He's a pro-lifer.
Advocacy.
And this president, in the next 6 years, he will be appointing 10 Supreme Court justices.
Naku, so if we keep the Liberal Party there, baka mamatay yung 10. Namatay na nga yung isa, di ba? He caused the death of that guy, a poor thing. I'm being sarcastic
So
again.
napaka-importante talaga na ang presidente ay talagang tunay na pro-life. At 10 kasi pwede mong gawin yan. You can end up with a new constitution.
Bakit yung Amerikano ayaw ba mag-pro? Against life ba yung Amerikano?
Dala-dala naman niya kasi yung values na kinalakihan niya sa Amerika. So,
ang mga Amerikano ba anti-life?
karamihan. Kaya nga may abortion doon.
Kaya nga may bomba sila eh. Gusto nila sila buhay ipapatay.
Hindi, kaya nga may abortion sa kanila, may same-sex marriage sa kanila, di ba? May divorce. Lahat nung sisira
Wala
sa...
naman kasing bakla sa Amerika. Hindi, puro bakla. Kaya gano'n. Baliktad. Tayo, wala tayong bakla. Di ba? Si Boy Punda lang nandun. Sa
Marami.
TV pa. So, why B9, Albert? Ikaw.
Well, Binay, yun nga, because he is pro-life. At saka isa pa, inaakusa, wala namang kandidato na umamin na sila'y magnanakaw o sila'y corrupt. Not one of them even admitted. Na,
Well, no one's convicted.
Yeah. No one
Tama
is
nga
admitted. But mayroon nag-admit that they are against life and family. There are people who say that I support divorce, that I support same-sex marriage or same-sex union, whatever. So, may mga tao talaga, may mga kandidato na from their own mouth, from their own admission, they are against life, they are against family.
So
by the
just
words and by action.
So that by itself should eliminate the other contestants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ang mga magnanakaw, wala namang umamin na magnanakaw sila.
Sabagay, lahat sila.
Lahat sila. O, hindi kami
Innocent.
magnanakaw.
Kaya nga sa munting lupa, padami ng padami magagaling. Diba? Doon ako nakatira. Ha? Sino Vice President natin? Si Honasan, pag ganon.
Yeah, kasi yung kung ano man yung naging tindig ni Vice President Binay doon sa mga pro-life issues, pareho din yung tindig ni Senator Honasan. At there's one particular thing na we were able to get from them as commitments, no? Dahil in-interview namin talaga sila. Hindi naman to assumptions lang or nabasa lang namin or whatever. We interviewed them live on radio, no? Si Binay and si Honasan. And they committed to us one thing, that they will create an office, no, that will take care of cultural transformation, moral regeneration, and spiritual renewal, no? Parang magiging part and parcel of government programs yan. No? That would certainly help Christian churches, our Catholic Church also, no? Kasi nakikita na nila kung ano yung nakikita namin, na ang malaki ang problema ng moralidad ng lipunan, kaya kailangan bigyan ng emphasis ng gobyerno din yung pagbabago doon, yung pagpapanibago from within, no, the person. Kinumit nila yon. That is actually the clincher. No? We know that they supported our pro-life advocacies a long time ago na, yung sa RH and everything. Pero ito yung clincher. Sinabi nila na kapag kami ang umupo, yan ang gagawin namin. Meron di bang kandidato, ang sagot niya sa kriminalidad, sa corruption, etc., ipatayin, no? Di ba? After the fact, yung penalty ng ginagawa mo, no? Kung samantalang itong gagawin ni Binay at ni Honasan, prior to the creation or rather the commitment of a crime or whatever, no? Ina-address mo na before it happens. Samantalang yung ibang kandidato, sinasabi nila, we will address this, no? Yung sa penalty level, sa dimension na ng penalty, papatay mo siya. Yun ang sinasabi ng isang kandidato. So sa amin, pro-life pa rin talaga. No? Even the way they're going to address the issues of corruption, yung nakawan sa gobyerno, yung immoralidad sa gobyerno, and everything.
How do we try to understand Binay only 6 months ago was way ahead in the surveys? Di ba number 1 siya, talagang hawak niya. Why has he dropped to being number 3? Ano tingin mo naging rason dyan? Kumonte ang Katoliko?
Palagay ko, depende kung sino nag-survey.
So hindi ka rin naniniwala dyan sa mga lumalabas. Sabi nga ni Miriam, uhulihin niya lahat ng mga survey companies pag siya manalo eh.
Kasi ang survey nga, alam naman natin, is intended to precondition minds. And it's a sort of a campaign. And theoretically, it should be under COMELEC. You cannot just have a survey.
Hindi naman nagtatrabaho ko.
Yun na nga, yung problema. But
Alam ko,
actually,
Smartmatic, nagtatrabaho. COMELEC, wala. Miski registration. Maraming patay, bumuboto pa eh.
no, nga eh. Kasi surveys are statistical. It has a very scientific basis. You don't just survey 1,200 persons.
Maliit nga sampling.
Diba? And we have 70 provinces. 70 provinces, 70 batches.
Correct.
You don't treat them as one.
Oo, correct,
Diba?
correct. So, why Honasan? Kasi sabay-sabay siya kay Binay. Because he advocates the exact same thing?
If you ask me, kasi ang pamantayan namin, kami ni na Brother Bert at ni Brother Eric, yung kung ano
Parang pare eh. Brother. Yung mga iba, Just call me Harry.
Okay, Harry. Kung ano yung criteria na ina-apply mo sa pagpili mo ng pagkapangulo, no? Yun din ang dapat sa Vice President. Kasi any moment, pwede yung presidente mo mamatay or maging incapacitated, hindi ba perform yung
Can you
kanyang...
believe that Honasan is the best candidate among the 5 VPs
that can
are
be
contending?
president if the president cannot perform his functions.
Well, what do you think of Escudero?
Hindi naman pwede.
Hindi naman
talaga
Amerikano si Escudero,
Hindi na.
yung president niya lang Amerikano.
Pwede si Escudero sa isang departamento, pero yung magpatakbo ng pamahalaan, hindi niya kaya yan.
Sanchez Escudero is not a pro-lifer.
Yes.
Oh, he's not a pro.
He's
So
not a
that
pro-lifer.
that eliminates him.
Yeah.
How about Marcos? He's very popular now.
He's not a pro-lifer. As a matter of fact, we debated with him in the Senate.
Yes. On the RH.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So salita-salita lang yan ngayon na kanyari pa pro-life.
Marami naman ganun eh. Kapag malapit na eleksyon, sasabihin, nagbabagong buhay na ako. Pag nanalo na, nakalimutan
Balik ka
na.
na. Si Cayetano.
Sa pa yun.
Sa
Kapatid yun. Si Pia, saka si Alan. They're pro.
Oh, alam ko, yung kapatid, anti-life yun eh.
Pati si,
Babae.
no.
Yung Pia, di ba, anti-life.
Even si Alan
How
Peter.
have we reached this saturation point of us? Because I'm sure when all these guys were much younger, they were on grade school, high school, lahat ng mga Katoliko yan, tingin ko eh. Unless they're Muslim, di ba? Normally, Roman Catholic yan. Tsaka mga anak mayaman yung mga tumatakbo, so more or less, private schools yan eh. Except maybe for 1 or 2, di ba? And being the private schools, it's normally Catholic. Correct me if I'm wrong, di ba? What has happened to us that they have turned and become monsters and trying to lead the country now with their poor or misguided advocacy?
Ako sa tingin ko dyan, because the value on the common good is not understood by many. Whether you're Catholic, a Muslim, or a Protestant, or an atheist, okay? Common good must be a natural ideology.
Go ahead, because I'm trying to understand it as you speak.
Yeah, because we are all supposedly believing in being created, right? We have a creator.
Yes.
Okay? Say for some atheists, but we are all created, whatever
By God,
religion
basically.
we come
Yes,
from.
yes.
And if you're created, there's no reason for you to be able to want somebody to lose their life. Whether that's just a newly conceived person or somebody is old that needs to be dispensed with because pampabigat lang sa society. So common good is what puts us together. It's an ideology that everybody must say yes. Even if you're an atheist,
Paano kung mahuli natin yung mga Abu Sayyaf, yung mga nanananggal ng ulo, di ba? Mga nabasa natin sa dyaryo recently. Mahuli natin mga yan.
due process yan. Hindi pwedeng gagawin mo lang, ay nahuli kita, barilin. Yung pala napasama lang doon, naglalakad lang, tapos babarilin mo din.
Sabagay. No, so kunyari, yung tamang nahuli mo, talagang Abu Sayyaf, masamang tao, killer, and yet, dapat,
Rule of law.
Ang paniniwala natin, ang Diyos ang nagbigay ng buhay,
hindi ka pwede kumuha ng buhay.
Unjust,
So,
unjust
incarceration, life incarceration, parang ganon. Forever sa loob ka lang.
Capital punishment, pero
mas
hindi
masakit
death
pa yun.
penalty,
Hindi
oo.
death penalty.
kasi lahat ng tao, up to their last second of breath, they can reconcile with God. Up to their last second. No matter whom they were. They can reconcile with God on that split moment.
Yeah, because God is forgiving as we are
Forgiving,
taught,
yeah.
di ba? So, marami sa mga leader natin, nakalimutan na yun. Is this what you're saying? Because out of the 5 presidentiables, mukhang yung 5 nakalimutan na yun.
Kalaban ng
And
common good kasi, Harry, selfish good.
Ayun.
Pag medyo...
You're talking about Trillanes or we're talking about common good?
Common good kasi is not only for the today, it's all the way to the future.
Parang nakain sila nung yung moral relativism.
Bigat naman, moral relativism. Sige nga, Professor.
Actually, yun nga, I believe that the root cause of our problem is not really corruption or it's really moral. It's not economic. It's really a moral problem. At marami, ang nagkukulang dito sabihin na natin ang simbahan, some of the lay leaders, talagang nagkulang dito. And that's why we have deteriorated into this kind of situation that we are now. And that's why I'm attracted to the proposal of Binay and Honasan to put up this moral regeneration campaign as
Ano
described.
yan? Parang eskwelahan? Hindi.
it's a
Simbahan?
program.
Hindi naman
Hindi
simbahan.
No, it's a program. It's a
Good
program.
manners and right conduct. We will give to all
So,
government.
DepEd and CHED, well, I know they've failed us, they've failed the people,
Yeah.
but even more so. So, ano yun? On top of CHED, on top of DepEd?
Yes, that would be a coordinating office to undertake the moral
can use DepEd or
regeneration programs.
Ano yan? To
Lahat
guide the
na-
curriculum.
Not only that, all offices will be involved in that. So talagang ang sabay yung programa ng while you're focused on developing yung society, pati yung change doon sa inner ng tao, bibigyan nila ng emphasis. Yun ang maganda doon. So wala namang nakaisip na ibang kandidato ng gano'n, sila lang.
Nabasa ko na yung parang what you call a moral revolution of sorts.
Yes.
So you're saying only
We're,
those
we're
two?
we're calling it as faith revolution nga.
Faith, but only the uno, no? Only the una.
Una.
The una group is the only one that espouses this.
Yes.
Hindi naman.
Actually, sila ang nag-commit. Because actually, that was our program of government. Lito and
I
I.
remember when you launched your presidency
Yes.
right here in
Yun
this
ang-
show.
Yes.
That was our flagship program, actually.
Correct.
Pero I will just try to adjust that a bit.
Sige,
Not
sige.
all in una are pro-lifers. That's why when we said that we will have a movement to identify pro-life candidates, we went across parties. Because
Maganda ito. Let's name the senator.
Oh, yeah.
Oo. May listahan na tayo
Senators,
din.
right?
I will
Give us
start,
some, yeah.
I will start by from the
please.
ladies first.
Ah,
Hiram, Princess Jaisel.
si Jaisel.
Kasi Muslim. hindi
Yan,
naman
ano ko
siya-
na-interview ko yan si Jaisel.
Si Dante Liban.
Okay.
Okay.
Nantiliban.
Si Manny Pacquiao.
Ba, okay, si champion.
Martin Romualdez.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Yolanda.
And
The
then,
true Mr. Yolanda.
the real Mr. Yolanda.
the real Mr.
Roman Romulo, who has
Romulo,
been a fighter
okay.
for life in Congress.
Okay.
Vicente Soto, of course.
6. Okay.
And,
Di ba si Mr. Itbulagayan, si Aldab?
Oo.
Yeah.
Vic Soto.
Vic
Ah,
Soto.
Tito Soto.
Tito
Soto.
Soto. Tito Sen, yan.
So,
Tito Sen ang tawag yan. 6 na yan, 6.
General Valeroso, Diosdado.
General
Okay.
Valeroso.
And last but not the least is Mig Subiri.
8 lang yan.
Walo lang.
You're not going to do 12.
Well, we will not bend over if they're not pro-lifers. That's why
Yun
when
lang ang
somebody
pro-lifers na na-identify namin eh.
Sa dami ng tumatakbo, 8 lang pinili nyo.
Baka naman kasi ikaw, kunwari, meron kang ibang kaibigan mo yung isa, gusto mong tulungan
Ay,
din.
hindi ako ganun.
De, pwede mo naman siya idagdag doon siya iboboto mo.
Pero
Pero
ibig sabihin,
ito,
we have
ito
a
yung
very
minimum, no? Ito
clear
yung,
definition.
oo.
Alam naman nila. Kaya yung iba nga yan, tinext ko. Kasama rin namin sa politika. Bro, nagpalit na ba yung isip mo sa death penalty? Hindi sumagot. So, iba naman, sabi, ba't di mo kinausap? Alam mo, tinext ko na nga. Tinawagan ko, hindi sumasagot. So, ayaw niya ma-identify as a pro-life candidate.
Simple lang. Okay, we're gonna have to end the show and I'd like to give you guys to have the last word. So let's start with Lito David. You've got 6 days to go to the election. They've got to make the most out of it. What is your message to all the viewers who are intently watching?
The issues have already been joined, no? Harry. Ang bagay na ito boboto ka ba para sa iyong Christian faith, no? Yung Catholic Christian faith, or boboto ka sa ibang tao, no? Katulad ni Duterte. Na-simplify na nga ngayon, ano? Although ini-endorse natin si Vice President Binay at si Senator Honasan to be the top guys in our government, pero malinaw yung danger na merong makakapasok na hindi ka nais-nais, no? Kaya sa akin ang panawagan ko sa ating mga tagapakinig, sa ating mga viewers, na join na yung issues eh. So, it's either you vote for your Catholic Christian faith, no? Or vote for Duterte. Diba? So, ano na yan? Na-polarize na eh. So, kung ikaw ay tunay na Katolikong Kristiyano, iboboto mo yung iyong faith. Hindi mo iboboto yung isang kandidato na katulad ni Duterte na sinasabi niya na wawasakin niya yung Catholic Christian faith, di ba? So, simplify na natin ganun sa ganung bagay. Kaya kami, dahil nakikita namin na ganun, yung Catholic Christian faith, we're voting for it, and therefore we're voting for Binay and Honasan. And all the rest of the senatorial candidates that we're endorsing.
Yun din ang sentiment ko sa in-express ni Brad Lito. But ang isa pa, many people are voting on the basis of kung sino daw ang leading sa survey, as you said. In the survey, lahat naman sila, they are claiming that they are leading. But in a real survey that I saw, I think that 20% of the voters are undecided. In fact, sa Roa City, where I come from, hindi lang 40% of the voters are undecided. Nakakagulat yun. Ang sabi nga ng iba, pag tinanong mo sa Roas kung sino ang boto, undecided sila, ibig sabihin hindi sila boboto kay Roas. They will vote for others, but not Roas. Because that's why they are undecided. Yung iba naman, nagsabi, undecided, naghihintay ng bayad. So I hope that's not true. No? So I'm appealing to those people who are undecided, those 25% voters. Iboto nyo na yung faith ninyo. Huwag nyo na ibenta ang boto nyo.
Eric Manarang.
Well, all of us are guilty. All of us are sinners. So, I hope it's not...
Hindi, ikaw lang.
It's not misunderstood na parang we're holier than the Pope. Diba? But ang question ngayon is, are we sinners or are we living in sin? Yeah. When you're a sinner, you realize that you stumble, fall, you rise up again, and you have a faith that God will forgive you. But when you're living in sin, that means wala kang pakialam, wala kang Diyos. Ang Diyos mo lang sarili mo. Diba? Napakabigat nun. Now, when not only Catholics or Christians, but everybody who believes in the common good, kasi importante yung realization na may common good. No? Whatever you do in one's life, in every day's life, you only do one that will either create common good or one that will destroy it. Walang gray area. There's only common good, building common good, or killing common good. Sa pagboto sa May, yun ang dapat natin isipin. Whatever you are sinner we all are. Yung bang gagawin ko dito ay akin pinapalaganap ang kabutihan pan lahat o yung kabutihan ng pansarili ko lang?
I think there's clarity there. Ladies and gentlemen, so it's not just the pro-life party list, it's the pro-life cause. So it's not just the party list that you are being asked to consider and vote, simply because you're Christian, you're Catholic, but over and above that, because of the basic advocacy you need to acquire, meaning you be the pro-lifer. So that would be Binay, that would be Honasan. And again, what were the 8 senators? Can you give us the name of the 8
Sure,
pro-life
sure.
senators before we exit?
Mhm.
Yeah, these are Princess Hiram, Dante Livan, Manny Pacquiao, Martin Romualdez, Roman Romulo, Tito Soto, General Valeroso, and Mig Subiri.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are. You have the pro-lifers. Now, if you believe in death, well, do otherwise. But if you believe in revolutionizing your morals as well, and you want to be with God, I guess you have to be that pro-lifer. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Si Romualdez yan, si Aquino ang presidente. Parang layo nun. Pro-lifer po. Maraming salamat po. And good luck to you on election day.
Thank you.
You are what you watch.